Lotus needs to build an app store for notes.
They already have one on Greenhouse.
That is not an app store. That is a fucking catalog.
What's the difference?
You can buy things at a store. Greenhouse just shows you a list of shit you cannot buy.
Who would buy things at a Notes app store?
Who buys things at the iPhone app store? iPhone users. Who buys things at a PC app store? PC users. Fucking Notes users would buy things at a Notes app store, dumbass.
But Notes users can't put apps on a server.
Who said they need to go on a server?
Notes apps go on a Domino server.
Get a clue, as that. They don't have to go on a Domino server. They could run on your local Notes client.
But no one makes apps that run on your local Notes client.
Sure they do. Mail, contacts, journals, RSS readers, TweetNotes, Gist. They all run on your local Notes client.
But people don't pay for those.
Only because there is no way to charge for them.
If it only runs on your local Notes client, it isn't an enterprise app. IBM targets the enterprise market.
Who cares what IBM targets? They only target 10% growth in fucking software too. There are tens of millions of Notes users who want to be able to get things done with their Notes client.
As a Domino administrator, I would not allow my users to buy apps I had not approved.
Then you will be fired. You will either be replaced by an administrator who helps users get more value out of Notes, or your employer will migrate to fucking Google.
That won't happen. We have too many Notes apps.
And your users are happy with them?
The users hate them. But they have to use them. It is corporate policy.
How long do you think your Nazi tactics will work when these people go home to MacBooks and Gmail every day?
Why does it matter what they use at home?
Because they compare the experience to what they use at work. When your CEO buys an app in 60 seconds, that tickles his balls for him. When he gets an SMS message, he will wonder why he has to use his piece of shit Notes apps at work.
How would an app running on his local Notes client tickle his balls?
Don't be so fucking literal. I just mean that it does something fun and sexy, and it is really easy to buy.
If you think an app store is so great, why don't you build one?
Because it has to ship with a product. If it's going to work for users, it has to be built into the sidebar.
I still don't see how Notes apps wouldn't have to be on a Domino server.
Do you run Twitter on your Domino server?
Of course not. That's stupid.
And yet TweetNotes and Wildfire are both Notes apps that your users might already have. They share information in other ways besides putting it in an NSF.
So they would only have toys for apps? You couldn't sell a CRM in the App Store.
Of course you could. You just need a place to store the shared information. I could write a plugin that stores your sales documents in a personal address book or your mail file. It's not fucking rocket surgery.
The address book is not designed for sales documents.
It's just a data storage container like any other. It will hold whatever documents you put in it. IBM has been overloading the mail database like this for over a decade.
And that is why our users hate Notes Mail.
No, your users hate Notes Mail because you haven't upgraded them from version 6. You have a 500 meg quota. And you won't turn on full text searching. You're a shitty administrator.
We don't have enough drive space or processor power for those things.
But your users have all this spare time to piss away on sorting out their email?
My users are stupid anyway.
This is why you are going to lose your job. You can't keep acting like you are the one in charge. Your job is to make your users more productive.
My job is to keep the servers running.
Can I just feed you into a wood chipper? Nobody cares whether the servers are running if they don't do things that help them get shit done. That is why your users need apps. Your crappy mail environment is not enough to compete with what they get from Google Apps or Microsoft BPOS.
Who would write the apps anyway?
Who the fuck was going to write iPhone apps? There were exactly 0 developers on that platform 3 years ago. Today there are well over 100,000 apps for the iPhone. And there are twice as many Notes users as iPhone users, so the market is huge.
I don't know. What if someone wrote a Lotus script agent that ran for too long in their app?
Look, just because some guy in your accounting department that took a 2-day class in Notes 4 writes goddamned while true loops doesn't mean that all Notes apps have to suck. There are real software engineers working on this platform. We can write good apps.
I still don't think it will work.
Why not?
I just don't.
I think I'm getting cancer from your stupid